Cancer loves acid. Cancer also loves no oxygen. So knowing those things, it makes a lot of sense to alkalize the tissues.
Today, in this video, Dr. Barbara O'Neill will reveal 5 alkaline foods that may help combat cancer by cutting off its resources.
And so when people come to us wanting help to conquer cancer, you see what we do? We suggest a diet that's highly alkalizing.
Dr. O'Neill suggests that eating alkaline foods can help prevent cancer because these foods help keep the body in a balanced state. While our body needs both acid and non-acidic foods, it is crucial to maintain a healthy balance. When the body becomes too acidic, it creates an environment where cancer cells can thrive.
What is the best food to eat? From the pH balance. pH means potential hydrogen. And when you dissolve acid in a solution, it gives off hydrogen ions. When you dissolve alkaline in solution, it gives off hydroxy ions. So the pH scale is potential hydrogen, potential hydroxy. So I'll do it in everyday language now. It's the acid-alkaline balance. So up one end, we have acid, and up the other end of the acid-alkaline scale, we have alkaline. And in the middle, we've got neutral. Neutral is neither acid nor alkaline. So the acid scale, it's 0, alkaline, it's 14, and in the middle, 7 is neutral. Blood has a reading on the pH scale, and blood's reading on the pH scale is between 7.35 and 7.4. It will always be within that range. If blood pH does go up to 8, that person will go into a coma and die of alkalosis. If blood pH drops down to 7.22, that person will go into a coma and die of acidosis. So there cannot be much variation there, and we don't need to worry about the pH of our blood, because there are 2 organs that are constantly keeping it within that range. One is your lungs, and this explains why you start breathing very deeply when you exercise. We don't choose to breathe deeply, do we? But when we're getting to the top of that hill, you're starting to breathe very deeply, especially if you run up the hill. Well, why does that happen? Well, the cells need more oxygen. Remember, more oxygen gives you a better delivery of fuel. Plus, as the oxygen and the glucose are being burnt, they're giving off carbon dioxide, and that has to be got rid of, because if it doesn't, the carbon dioxide builds up in the blood, and that creates a more acid environment. So that is why we start breathing deeply. So deep breathing helps to keep the balance of the pH in the blood as it should be. The other organ is your kidneys.
Our body operates within a narrow pH range to maintain optimal function. The pH scale measures acidity and alkalinity, ranging from 0, very acidic, to 14, very alkaline, with 7 being neutral. The normal pH of our blood is slightly alkaline, between 7.35 and 7.4, which is tightly regulated by mechanisms involving the lungs and kidneys. However, the pH of cells is different from that of blood. Healthy cells typically maintain a slightly acidic pH of 6.5, essential for proper enzymatic and metabolic functions. When our diet includes excessive acidic foods, such as processed foods, sugary drinks, or red meat, the cellular pH can become more acidic, potentially dropping to 5.5. At this lower pH, the cellular environment becomes imbalanced, creating conditions that may foster the growth of harmful microorganisms, chronic inflammation, and oxidative stress. This acidic environment can also impair the cell's ability to repair itself, disrupt immune functions, and may contribute to the development of serious diseases, including cancer, which thrives in acidic conditions.
Even though the blood cannot change, the pH of the cell can. The pH of the cell should be approximately 6.5. That's very slightly acid, and there is a reason for that. The most acidic substance is sulfuric acid, and sulfuric acid travels at the speed of light. The most alkaline mineral is calcium, and on the scale of speed, calcium doesn't even move. The hydroponic gardener, he's always testing the pH of the water that his plants grow in, because if the water goes too acid, the roots burn. If the water goes too alkaline, he doesn't get the speed of uptake of minerals out of the water and into the plant. So you can see that very slightly acid is important for the speed of all those little chemical reactions that are, millions of them are happening right now. Have you ever had a swimming pool? You have to test the pH every morning, because if the water goes too acid, the pipes corrode. If the water goes too alkaline, algae grows on the pipes. So just as for the hydroponic gardener, and just as for the swimming pool, the pH of the human body is important, because at different pHs, diseases grow. And at different pHs, it's very hard for disease to grow. So let's have a look at that. 2.6. This is where Coca-Cola sits. It's a killer. It's toxic. I was in the Fiji Islands and I was lecturing to some school children there. This is about 10 years ago. And the principal of the school said, "I know the Coca-Cola factory." And he said, "And I know they clean their machinery with the Coca-Cola." Bit scary, isn't it? The gardener, he aims for a soil pH of 6.5. The Bible says we come from dust, we go back to dust, we're dust. The dust of the ground or the soil and the cell pH, very similar. But in a cellular pH of 5.5, this is where disease thrives, especially yeasts, funguses, and cancer.
It becomes clear that maintaining an alkaline environment in our body is essential. A drop of just 1 point in cellular pH can reduce oxygen availability to cells by 60%. Since cancer thrives in low oxygen environments, this deficiency can create ideal conditions for its growth. Beyond cancer, an overly acidic cellular environment can compromise the immune system, making it more challenging for the body to defend against infections and diseases. It can also disrupt cellular processes, hindering nutrient absorption and overall function. Chronic acidity has been associated with inflammation and conditions like osteoporosis. When cells become too acidic, the body draws calcium from the bones to restore balance, leading to weaker bone structure over time.
But what I'd like to look at now is what foods have an acid effect and what foods have an alkaline effect. And this will enable you to ensure that you're having a more alkaline diet.
By the end of the video, Dr. O'Neill will also share unique tips that will help you fight against cancer and will improve your overall health. So, stay with us. Disclaimer: the information provided in this video is for educational purposes only and is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any medical condition. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's method and recommendations are based on her personal expertise and may not be suitable for everyone. Always consult with a qualified healthcare professional before making any changes to your diet, lifestyle, or treatment plan. Individual results may vary, and the content presented should not be considered a substitute for professional medical advice. 1. Quinoa.
Quinoa, I think we'll be having quinoa at another breakfast time. These are alkaline grains, but they're also gluten-free grains, so that's made them very popular.
Quinoa is an excellent choice for promoting cellular health and may play a role in cancer prevention. It is rich in essential minerals like magnesium and potassium, which help regulate the body's pH, keeping it more alkaline and less acidic. Additionally, quinoa is loaded with powerful antioxidants such as quercetin and camphorol, which combat inflammation and support the body's defense against cancer. Incorporating quinoa into your meals is simple and versatile. Use it as a base for salads, pair it with your favorite dishes as a side, or stir it into soups and stews. Quinoa can also make a nutritious breakfast when cooked with milk or a dairy-free alternative and topped with fruits or nuts. For optimal health benefits, aim to consume 1/2 to 1 cup of cooked quinoa daily. This ensures a steady intake of essential nutrients and helps maintain a healthy pH balance in the body. 2. Nuts.
The two nuts are your almond and Brazil. And all your seeds have an alkaline effect.
Nuts such as almonds and Brazil nuts are highly alkalizing and can help maintain a balanced internal environment. Rich in magnesium, they play a key role in oxygenating cells, creating conditions that are less favorable for cancer development. Dr. Barbara O'Neill emphasizes the importance of including nuts in your daily diet. To maximize their benefits, consume nuts in moderation. A small handful or about 1 ounce per day is ideal. This portion delivers essential nutrients while avoiding excessive calorie intake. Regular consumption of nuts not only supports cellular pH balance, but also promotes overall health and well-being. 3. Millets.
For your grains, the millet is alkaline. We had millet this morning. It's a delicious grain, isn't it? I'm sure you can understand when I said it needs to be dressed. It's basically a bland grain, but it's very nice with the stewed apple and the pear cream and the sprinkles on top. Or it's also very nice if you have it with savoury, your lentils.
Millets boast an impressive nutrient profile, rich in alkaline-forming minerals like magnesium and potassium. These minerals help neutralize excess acidity in the body, promoting a balanced pH. Additionally, millets are packed with antioxidants and phytochemicals that combat oxidative stress and inflammation, both of which are associated with cancer risk. Millet is versatile and easy to incorporate into meals. You can prepare it as a side dish, use it as a foundation for salads, or add it to soups and stews. Millet porridge is also a great breakfast option. For optimal benefits, aim to include 1/2 to 1 cup of cooked millet in your daily diet as part of a well-rounded meal plan. 4. Nightshade vegetables.
Also vegetables. Vegetables have an alkaline effect. But there is a question mark with vegetables. I'm putting a question mark here because for some people these have an alkaline effect and sometimes an acid effect. It's the tomato and bell pepper, or in Australia we call that capsicum. Also eggplant, and some countries call this aubergine. And last is the potato. Now this is not the sweet potato. The sweet potato is actually not a potato. The sweet potato is a yam. I'm referring to the English potato or the Irish potato. This is the nightshade group of vegetables, and for some people they have an acid effect, and for some people they have an alkaline effect. Let me tell you what I have found with me. My mother died at 51, a cripple in a wheelchair with rheumatoid arthritis. I have strong inherited genes to that way. And my body says to me, a little tomato now and then. My body says to me, don't even touch the bell pepper. What happens if I touch it? Oh, it repeats on me all afternoon and my energy just goes. So I say, I'm hearing your body and I don't eat it. The eggplant, I have a little eggplant now and then, maybe twice a month. Potato, my husband's an Irishman. Potatoes must be in every main meal, so I have it probably most days. That's what my body tells me. I don't know what your body will tell you. Now, I could have 10 professors in front of me saying, this is ridiculous, Barbara. The bell pepper is a very good vegetable. It is high in antioxidants and vitamin C's. You should be eating it. Who am I going to listen to? I've got to live in this body. That's why the fine-tuning is yours. No man on the planet can tell you the fine-tuning. Only your body can. We had one lady who conquered her arthritis. Isn't that good news? Yeah. She conquered her arthritis by stopping the nightshades. It appears if you have an inflammatory condition in the body, the nightshades will feed that inflammation. She conquered her arthritis. She was in her 70s. Even her swollen joints came down. Isn't that good news? She said to me, do you think I could start eating that now? I said, you could try. Your body will quickly tell you. She told me later that her body lets her have half a tomato every second day, Her body does not let her have the bell pepper. Her body lets her have a little eggplant now and then, and she has potato a couple of times a week. She said, my body's happy with that. One lady said to me, I can have the green bell pepper but not the red. Another lady said, well, I can have the red and not the green. Another lady said, I can have the raw and not the cooked. And another lady said, well, I can have the cooked and not the raw. I find that my body's very happy with cayenne pepper, and yet that's from the capsicum of the bell pepper family. I think perhaps the medicinal properties of the cayenne pepper maybe far outweigh for me the reaction. So the choice is yours, the question mark's there. If you love this food, if you have no reaction and no arthritis, enjoy. When you cook the tomato with an oil, and I think you'll agree with me, olive oil and tomatoes go very nice. They almost hand in hand together. And you look at Lebanese food, Italian food, there's a lot of tomato and olive oil cooking. When it's cooked with an oil, it releases a plant chemical called lycopene. Lycopene is from the fat-soluble family, and that's another reason why we should be eating a little oil with our meals, because it helps release the fat-soluble vitamins. Lycopene is a potent antioxidant, and it has the ability to reduce the inflammation of the prostate gland, so that's good news, isn't it? So every man over the age of 40 should be having a cooked tomato and olive oil dish maybe 3 or 4 times a week. That's not hard. Lovely base for your chickpeas, your tomatoes, it is tomatoes. For your, in fact, isn't that Mexican, your kidney beans to have with your tacos, or your tacos, I think you call them.
A common nutrient found in these ninth shade vegetables is potassium, a vital mineral that plays a crucial role in neutralizing excess acids within our cells. It aids in flushing these acids out of the body through urine, helping to lower overall acidity and promote a more alkaline internal environment. This balance not only supports general health, but also contributes to cancer prevention and enhanced well-being. 5. Lemon.
And you might be surprised to see that the first alkaline food I'm putting up here is the humble lemon. And you might say, no, the lemon's acid. It is. And it's acid where it should be. There's only one part in the body that should be acid. You know where that is? Stomach. It must be acid. If someone says, I've got a very acid stomach, I say, praise God. Because if you don't have an acid stomach, you can't break your proteins down. No, the lemon is acid where it should be. That's why you'll find that most of our salad dressings have lemon in them. But when it is broken down in the gut and the minerals are dispersed and absorbed into the blood and thus to the tissues, it has an alkaline effect, because the lemon is high in the alkaline minerals, which is sodium and potassium, calcium, magnesium and iron. These are the alkaline minerals, and the lemon is high in the alkaline minerals. Don't you love the lemon? Every home should have a lemon tree. And if you're in a unit, you can have a lemon tree in a pot on your veranda.
When you consume lemon juice, it generates alkaline byproducts that help neutralize excess acidity in the body. Despite its citric acid content, lemon transforms into alkaline compounds during digestion. This reaction helps maintain balanced pH levels, creating a more alkaline internal environment. Incorporating lemon into your daily routine is simple. Just squeeze fresh lemon juice into a glass of water. Starting your morning with 8 to 12 ounces of lemon-infused water not only supports pH balance, but also provides a refreshing boost of hydration to kickstart your day. Dr. Barbara O'Neill shares eye-opening revelations about the impact of an alkaline diet in combating cancer. Her insights might reshape your understanding of food and its role in cancer prevention. Will these facts inspire changes in your eating habits? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you're finding this video helpful, remember to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more empowering content.